Okay, so I will be answering the reading discussion week 10 questions, number 1 and number 3. Number 1 is comparing the human-centered design video and the bootcamp bootleg article. Which of the two approaches do you find more helpful for your future teaching and why? I think they're both pretty comparable and I see pros to each, but I do like the bootcamp bootleg approach better just because it has the 5 modes versus the 3 phases, and the first part of it is pretty similar, but I do like that at the end of the bootleg bootcamp approach that students will be going back to what they previously worked on and getting feedback from their design and kind of redesigning it. And so I do really like that. And I also like in the beginning that they have to think about who they're designing it for. And I think those two things make a big difference. But as a teacher, you always want your students to work on these things, but you always want them to go revisit them and see what did I do wrong and how could I improve that, or what did I do right, what maybe could I add. And so I think that's something really important for our students. And number 3, what are some ways you can incorporate a maker studio into an elementary classroom? I think you can do this in a lot of different ways and just about in any different area. One of the ways I was thinking about is just using it for science. If you have something they want to build, so we always did an egg drop experiment in junior high in science, and so, or elementary school, and so say that you want them to build something where their egg can withstand being dropped from a certain distance. Well, they can sketch this and then they can work on building that with materials in the classroom. But then even just having them build their project on a 3D version online or something like that, that'd probably have to be higher elementary, but even lower elementary, they could sketch using the iPads, or Seesaw has a version where you can draw, so using something like that, and I think that would be a good idea.